Well, after all the talk, it's time for football, and here we go. Super Bowl 55 is underway. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd down following the run. Looking to throw. Hendricks to the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It can be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
To throw on 2nd down, Hendricks. His throw incomplete. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Back to throw. Hendricks finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Now they try the right side here. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Crashing in from the end there, not to disrupt the pass game, but to disrupt the run game.
Yeah, I love the distinction, too, because the good defensive ends, they can do it all. Set the edge in the run game, make sure that no one can move it that way, and, of course, rush the passer.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and the Jags have taken the early lead.
Brandon, this is the Super Bowl. A touchdown scored in any game is big. In this one, it's massive.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. That time a 9-play drive. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback. First down, Shelton. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
We've got a 3rd and 11. From the gun, Shelton, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. That's taken at around the 40. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Normally that's not the down and distance that you call a draw play. You usually want to wait to 2nd or 3rd down with a definite passing situation before that play is dialed up.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hendricks looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Myers. 23 yards on the play.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive, and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
On 1st and 10, Hendricks throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Heck of a move and then brought down near the 23. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. With just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
Here we go!
Operating from the gun, Hendricks. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Charles, that's an important 3rd down stop. You don't want to spot him 2 touchdowns here early.
You're trying to slow momentum down. You've already given up the score. They're coming right back at you. You're exactly right. Being able to hold them there and force a decision on 4th down, that's big for the defense.
And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Throwing on first down. Shelton. And he rifles one incomplete. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. To throw again, Shelton. Looking left side, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. So 1 quarter down here in the Super Bowl. 10-zip our score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, Shelton. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
To throw on 2nd down, Shelton. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On 3rd down, Shelton. And avoids the contact by sliding. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Shelton. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. They worked out for 6. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Throwing again. Hendricks. And that'll be incomplete. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On third down. That's Butler, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. First down, Hendricks, and incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Old school defensive tackle play dictated just stood up and danced with the guy in front of you. And if a guy came near, tackle him. New school, you don't want to just dance. You want to get past him, get upfield, and make the play in the backfield. A big-time play there.
He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on fourth down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Nortman on to kick as he sends it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And here comes the Jags defense as they get back out there. And we're going to get a peek at some of the hits that have helped them get this first half lead.
And you know how the best hits happen? By being really good on that side of the ball in terms of fundamentals, being in the right spot, diagnosing plays well, and being there at the point of attack. They are really making it happen.
On 1st and 10, Shelton firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down, Shelton. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is knocked down from the side. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. 1st and 15 here behind the chains.
Let's go! Green 39!
Operating from the gun, Shelton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Shelton. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Throwing on 3rd and long. Shelton. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
Going to give this time to the tailback. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it. And the defense did exactly that.
To throw on 2nd down, Shelton. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 3rd down. The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Shelton. And an alley to run. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. To play here in the first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. A reminder, coming up at the intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Throwing on first down, Shelton. And he's got some space here. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's a fumble, and the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Jaguars getting set to go.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now it's the fullback, Tommy Bohannon, from nearby Fort Myers. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Now a handoff here to Bohannon, the fullback. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Brad Nordman now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he's able to get it out of there. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, trying to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Looking to throw on second down. Shelton. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
First down, Shelton. They find some open field here. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
So pin that one on the rookie right tackle.
Remember those days when the right side was simply the run-blocking side? Now you're dealing with some of the better pass rushers in the league. It'll make you a little jittery.
Kick is absolutely perfect. So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55 as we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA halftime report. Let's look back now at this closely contested first half. So we've got a tie game at half, and you can bet both coaches are in that locker room making adjustments and telling their guys to just keep playing hard like they did in the first half. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Third down from the 25. Lane's got to get to the quarterback here. This will go for a loss of 8. Now early in the second, Rhodes going to make the catch near the sideline. And he capped off the long drive with a touchdown, cutting the deficit to 3.
Okay, thank you, Larry. A low-scoring affair, all even, as we ready for this second half. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Off the play fake, Shelton. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain at 21 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now a handoff here to his running back. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. It sort of goes without saying that's the risk of running the option play. You can put the ball on the ground. They did there and turned it over.
So true, because you've got so many different decisions that have to be made. Are you handing the ball off inside, or are you just keeping it yourself? Are you pitching it to your trail guy? And sometimes you get caught in between, and you're a little indecisive on the play, and it turns into the ball on the ground. Fortunately enough, they weren't able to return it for a touchdown.
Following the fumble recovery, Hendricks. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Looking to throw. Hendricks. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. we've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. To throw on 2nd down. Shelton. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Shelton.
Room here to run. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Jags grab it. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. It sort of goes without saying that's the risk of running the option play. You can put the ball on the ground. They did there and turned it over.
So true, because you've got so many different decisions that have to be made. Are you handing the ball off inside, or are you just keeping it yourself, or are you pitching it to your trail guy? And sometimes you get caught in between, and you're a little indecisive on the play, and it turns into the ball on the ground. Fortunately enough, they weren't able to return it for a touchdown.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Following the fumble recovery, Hendricks throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd down now after the pass completion.
From the gun, Hendricks throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right, because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
So now facing a 3rd and 16 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. Operating from the gun, Hendricks. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's Brad Nordman now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, good chances of scoring some points. They got to feel pretty good about it. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense. They affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 yards remaining here on 2nd down. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Back to throw. Shelton nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Bannon able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken right about the 40. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. And now out come the Jags. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's got his man on the out route. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
The Jaguars on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward at the 44-yard line.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Here's Brad Nordman now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again.
I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on 2nd down.
Let's go! Green 39! Green!
From the gun, Shelton. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11.
Let's go!
Operating from the gun, Shelton. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's 2 guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. From the gun, Wolf. He's got it. The tight end, Allen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Fresh set of downs here. They go play action here on first down. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Green 39.
Looking to throw on second down. Wolf. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. To throw on third down. Wolf, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And that'll be incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard at the 47-yard line.
What a tremendous play by the defensive line. Instead of getting too far upfield against the draw, able to hold their spot and make a big play in the backfield.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And now here come the Cowboys. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a first down in field goal range already. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And his kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. And now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so. But this one's not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second down following the incompletion. He's back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Malik Collins in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. And he's got Booker. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
He'll look to throw. Allen's got it complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And he'll spike it here with 13 seconds showing on the clock. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Green 39!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end. Going to overtime because neither one got an advantage today.
Overtime at a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
Let's go! 3-19!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up.
Here we go now! 3-19!
Now a first throw here in overtime. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done, now part 2. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Really good, solid run right there. And they did it from a 4-wide receiver set. And if you're an offensive coordinator, they used to tell people, hey, we're going to throw the football. Now they use 4 receivers on the field to spread things out, give them more running lanes and more options. And also, it usually takes the bigger defenders off the field, makes the defense lighter and easier to run against.
3 yards to go here on 2nd down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Looking to throw. Shelton firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. He can run for it, and he will. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And his kick is good. The field goal is through the uprights, and they've won the Super Bowl. And the Dallas Cowboys will hoist the Lombardi Trophy. They are the kings of the NFL. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps.